lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Manny.
And we are here talking the finale of Big Game by Mark Millar and Pepe Larraz. We talked about issue 1. I kind of feel like we could have continued to do every issue, but I think there was like scheduling or something, or I was out of town or something, and then time just got away from us. But we'll do a full recap of the whole series when the trade. Well, I'll do when the trade comes out because I'm probably going to buy the trade also.
I'm definitely double dipping on this series.
Yeah. So just quick little recap of what this series is it's you can see it's big epic crossover of every Mark Millar creation for his Millarworld stuff, and done in such a great way. It works because it doesn't feel forced either. Like it kind of all
Not
makes
at all,
sense.
man.
We'll get into it as he wraps up and how it like all comes together, but it's amazing. And where we pick up, because we are in issue 5, just a little backstory is that Wesley from Wanted is the big bad of the series. Him and the fraternity have killed everybody, so everybody's dead. The only person that is alive is Hit Girl in the past, I believe, when we
in one of the previous issues, Hit Girl used one of the chrononauts' dead bodies basically in time travel suits
so crazy
to travel back to like pretty much like Paleolithic Jurassic era in a moment of desperation,
Mm-hmm.
And that's where she runs into the characters from Empress,
right,
who are in the past. You know what I mean? Their timeline is in the past. Like they're an advanced society, but they're in the past. Right?
Yeah. Aliens also, right?
Yeah, correct. Yes, yeah, they're an alien who are on Earth, but by the time we get to our time, they're long gone from the Earth. So humans aren't really aware that they were ever even here.
Yeah,
so she was very surprised to find it.
I need to go read Empress. Empress is one that I, for whatever reason, just never picked up. But I was telling Manny before we hit the record button that like halfway through this issue, I started ordering more Mark Millar trades that I don't have. So it's going to be fun to kind of like now reverse and go back and read some of the ones that I missed and didn't pick up, because even just like the brief cameos of some of the characters in here were enough to make me be like, okay, I'll go pick this up now. Like the bounty hunter at the end, kind of like Millar's Lobo, I would compare him to. But we'll get into it anyway. So now we are in the present. Singapore, Moscow, New York, everything has been taken over, and it's by King Morax from Empress, right?
Yeah.
And he's now ruling. I love this version of Wesley, and it's gonna come up in a little bit, but like how they talk about he's like way more ruthless than his dad ever was.
Yes.
I love that, dude. So he's the secret lord of Earth now. And I mean, I used to be a smoker, and I was telling you also sometimes in movies. Well, let me tell you something. When this dude lights up that cigarette, it kind of gave me the old craving for a cigarette.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like it's such a perfectly captured cigarette moment,
Yeah, and him just puffing on it right here too. But look, I love this too. Like we're getting this little like brief recap of Wesley, because he's like, I can see all of you, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So he can like go back to see when Wesley was a fucking loser, and he calls him, he was the killer, but you truly are a butcher. And that in and of itself was such a great line. When I read that line, I was like, oh hell yeah, dude. And I was like immediately like, I was already into the book, but it just got me excited. And saying that like he just does it for entertainment, just for the pleasure.
Yeah, it really makes Wesley into like a despicable character, and you said you were going to go back and reread some of the stuff. It's like it's amazing how this series just adds so much to those now. Like I think when we go back and read them again, you're going to see them in a different light, knowing what's coming, and like you're going to see Wesley. I mean, I don't know if Mark had this in mind or not when he was writing all these things. You know what I mean? That's a great question to ask him if we get to talk to him again. But like you said earlier, it's seamless. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the back of his head, he always had like an inkling of an idea to bring all of them together, because it works, man. And you would think that it wouldn't, because each series is so
different genres.
But then when you look at it, it works. And then when you think about all the other crossovers we had, like from the big two, like this really is no different. But in a way, it almost works even better. It feels less forced. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree. And I love this too, because like I didn't mention it, but like Hit Girl's off in the cut right here, dude.
Yeah.
She comes back, steals the fucking time machine from Wesley, who's using the chrononaut to travel through time. And hasta la vista, asshole. And where does she go? Just 3 days in the past.
3 days in the past,
And
right?
what does
Yeah.
that do? That immediately puts us in the situation where everybody's alive now. Nobody's dead. Because
before
all
we
of
had
that.
Eggsy from the Kingsman was dead. You know what I mean?
Everybody.
Like you said, everybody was dead.
There was
like,
nobody alive.
Wesley had done it. He killed everybody.
Yeah, he had stopped the superheroes from basically coming back, because that was another thing. Like, superheroes had been taken care of in this world, in the world of Wanted, which is what kicked off Millarworld, I believe. That and Kick-Ass that around the same time, and then Kick-Ass becomes the first superhero, and then the dominoes start falling and all these other heroes. So Wesley kind of nipped that in the bud, you know what I mean, and took them all out. But what happens is, as the time traveling is happening, all these fucking like people from the fraternity just get fucking obliterated, dude.
Yeah.
By Hit Girl. And now the chrononauts are here, and now everything is gonna go back, and they're gonna change everything. I love this too. How he sees his dead body being
yeah. Couldn't we even put a bag over his head, please? You know, like it's great, man. It's great.
It's phenomenal. I mean, Millar's writing on here is just, I mean, he's one of the best writers, I think, in all of comic books. Like, if you look over the whole breadth of the comic book industry, I think there's just something about his writing that works. And it's like, yeah, you could say like it's kind of like I don't want to say like popcorn movie type thing, but he has
there's elements of that, but but that's not a dig, man. Because
no, it's not a dig at all. No, I think his writing is great. He's good, great world building. His humor is always good. His action's always good. He hits on every note, dude. The drama, the emotion, all of it is wrapped up into one. And he does these big like event type books, but at the same time, like, is able to really get those small moments in there.
His pacing is what I think is one of the strongest things about him. It's like he knows how to write these huge action stories, but he gives you the character beats at the right time. It just opens it up enough so that it's not all action. You know, you have character development within the action scenes, and like it's very seamless, man. His like narrative like drive is unparalleled. I think he's you know one of the best that just keeps you turning the pages.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. I mean, look at this. Then we get Huck, which I think I had maybe read one issue, but I, during this reading, bought the trade. I went immediately to order it. And then we get the vampires from Bike Club. So now everybody has been warned about what's coming up. So
the outcomes are different, right? Whereas earlier, like the scene with Huck, you had these jets that basically nuked him to death. Mm-hmm. Now he knows that's coming, so he's able to avert that situation.
They were about to get dipped into the holy water. Yep. Yeah. And they come out of it. And now the ambassadors, dude. Oh my god, dude. This scene right here with Nemesis and the ambassadors was so
Nemesis is kind of like a lieutenant for Wesley at this point.
Wow, dude. I just have to say, like, look at this. Like, everything's about to happen the way it did, right? Nope. Now, as he's saying, like, I can steal all the powers, he gets fucking his teeth just fucking obliterated. And then the Sub-Zero, now they're freezing him. Now they're blasting him with plasma blast. Kicking him in the fucking balls.
Downloading kick. I love that. Made me laugh out loud. That line. Downloading, kicking the fucking balls. So for those of you who don't know, the ambassador is a superhero team. Yeah. They can all share powers. They can download. I think they can each have 3 at a time at most.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they share it among each other. So like it's a really great concept because in the fight they can keep switching back and forth with each other, adding and subtracting powers as the strategy like will like necessitate. So like. Great scene and great use of those characters and concepts, man.
Mm-hmm. And then, so that whole scene is now taken care of too. But then we come back to Dr. Crane, who's from Prodigy, which, by the way, I read that trade. I think I read it after issue 1 came out. Book was so good. I can't wait to read the subsequent volumes after that. But we get him with Bobby Griffin, who to me kind of felt like Batgirl, and I think that's who she's supposed to be.
I think I think it's that. I think it's like, I mean, even the initials BG are like Barbara Gordon. So I think
Yeah,
like there's yeah, that's the idea is that she is Barbara Gordon or a Barbara Gordon, you know,
yeah,
like
that's what
without
I kind
having
of
to
took it
overtly
as.
say it. Yeah.
And I love this dude because look, and they're talking. She's talking about them because she's been trying to stop them forever since the final battle between the heroes and the villains got taken out. She somehow survived, remembered, and has been slowly fucking just chipping away, trying to take them down. Then we get this fucking dope double page
Dude,
spread with all of the characters, dude, that are gonna go down and take out Wesley and the fraternity. This was dope. First of all, Millar knows what he's doing when he picks his artists. Pepe Larraz, awesome choice to do this because he did so good on those X-Men books when Hickman relaunched at
yeah.
Marvel, and he's done other stuff too. Not to say that his other stuff isn't good, but he really knows how to do good ensemble stories. And I think
Yes.
that he was a perfect choice for this book. And I love this too. Now we get Duke calling in Tilda Star from Starlight, and
From
now
Starlight,
she's come
yeah.
to help him. Dude, getting to see the return of her, and then
What was it Space Boy that they called him or
I
something
think
like that?
Spaceball, yeah, like so the little
Yeah.
kind of like sidekick type character. So now he's back, but he's older also, and she's brought the whole armada, dude. Oh my god, this is so exciting! Like I don't know, that made me laugh when I read that
Yeah.
because it's like this shit's going down, dude, and you're just excited about it. Like get
Yeah,
back to
dude,
work.
this is like you like when you said popcorn movie, like this is, you know, Mark keeps calling it a big summer event on social media, and like
It is.
this is the perfect kind of like summer blockbuster like movie comic book event that you could want, man. You know,
Yeah.
and like just look at these scenes with that huge ass fucking aircraft carrier and like all those soldiers. I mean, this is like James Cameron type fucking like storytelling. You know, like
And the way she throws down Nemesis in front of Wesley, so dope,
yeah.
dude.
And Wesley's still cocky and still so sure of himself, still
Yep.
thinking he has the upper hand. You know,
I know
like
because he's like
what a
that.
great villain.
We
I
took
mean,
down
what a great villain.
legends. Yeah, we took
Yeah,
down legends in the old days. These new guys don't even measure up. And now, I mean, look, your cover's blown. Everybody knows. Who cares? We made the world forget. We'll do it again. Again, just doesn't give a shit. And this right
yeah,
here,
dude,
fight
this page
scene.
is awesome.
This is okay. I don't know about you, but once I got to this page with wet kick ass, so good. I mean, he's sitting
Dude,
there, and I was so upset when he got killed in the earlier in the series.
I was upset when a bunch of them got killed. You know, like
Yeah,
I mean, I was like, all right, well, the story's not over yet. So, and Mark is always great about having an ace up his sleeve. I was still like, fuck, bro. You know what I mean? Like, cause I loved Kick Ass when it came out. I still do. Like, great character, great series, and I'm so glad that he was such a big part of this book. You know, like you almost didn't expect him to be as big of a part as he starts to become, and it all starts in this scene, actually.
yep. And then what happens? We get the magic order coming in, and we talk. And what happened earlier in the series is they can't change any events unless it has something to do with the supernatural and magic. So we have all these like time travel, right? We got alien threat, and she just starts explaining who she is. He's like, do we even know each other? And he's like,
Yeah,
it's like, I don't understand. And so she's like, again, giving him the whole spiel of what that team is and how it's just regular people. And like, you can see, because they don't look extremely like extraordinary, right? Like they seem like
no,
normal
yeah,
people. And she tells it like, we can't do anything. And now that scumbag Wesley Gibson gets to rule the world again, just like his dad did, and she's like troubled because she wants to do something. He's like, but and I love this. He's like, what do you mean there is a magical threat? His name's Diablos the Sorcerer. It's all over the
yeah.
internet.
It's all over the internet. You know, like
And then she's like, yeah, but he's using real magic and blah blah blah. It's alien energy. He's
he's
literally
literally.
called Diablo the Sorcerer. Are we really gonna argue over semantics? And then look, dude, she looks over and you can see like, okay, so there's a loophole. And
Yeah,
then it just like page after page is just full of excitement. There's not one page turn that doesn't just get me more amped up. And so now they wave their magic wands and they're pulling in heroes from another world. So this is a way to, because if everybody that's read the series up until this point, we don't see Jupiter's Legacy. Superior, I think we did, but I think that was also on an alternate Earth
yeah,
when they killed him because he's kind of like the Captain Marvel. and now they're introduced. And so on this world, and you know, with Kick-Ass and all these people, they're just comic book characters.
Yes, yeah, because Jupiter's Legacy was like
A TV show,
a
right?
a TV show and a property. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this dude, oh my god, is so epic. You know, he's like, oh my
Dude,
god, it's the
yes.
comic books I used to read. They're showing up just when we need them. I can't believe they're fucking real. Like I
And
was
like the
imagining,
tear on
like,
his eye, like as a comic book fan, like what a brilliant stroke to use Dave in this way, because it's putting us in the story. Like, you know, we're comic fans. We are Dave. You know what I mean? Like, this is
yep,
the kind of shit we fantasize about since we were kids, and Dave is living it out. And like the way Larraz draws the expression of joy and awe and bewilderment on Div's face, like it just had me, man. Like that tear, like I was sitting here reading this comic book with a shit-eating grin, man. Like,
same, same. I mean, like, and then this, she's like, of course they're real. Everything's out there somewhere, you know. And then she's like, you know, if I'm already bending the rules, might as well have some fun. And what does she do? She gives him powers like the ambassadors.
yeah,
And then
she makes
this,
his suit like she gives his suit powers and
yeah.
abilities. So
And
Dave is
then
actually a superhero.
look at that look on his face, dude. Like this is what he's wanted his whole life, you know, because
Yeah,
he was the catalyst, like I said, that
yeah,
created, because it was like the, what did she say, like laws of probability or something like that, or
yeah,
just like,
yeah. You tip the scales, she said.
yeah,
You know, like, and I mean, what a way to come full circle, man. You know, that's what that when I saw this moment, I was like, this is brilliant, man. I mean, I like I don't want to throw that word around, but I was like, what a way to bring it all together. You know,
yeah, I'll say it.
it
It is
all started
brilliant.
with Dave, and
It's,
it's all leading up to this moment.
yeah,
It really does feel like all these books have been leading up to this moment. It's so awesome.
yeah, dude. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, let's see, Wanted and Kick-Ass to me were really the ones that stuck out, that kind of like led this, right? Like you had the villain
Yeah,
and then you had the hero coming in. And at the time we didn't know that everything was connected. You know, I don't think it was like, he wasn't really promoting it as much back then, I think. At least I didn't remember as a reader, but to see it come, like you said, full circle, and to see him finally become the hero he always wanted to be. And again, like even this page when you flip and he's continuing to fight, like this look in his eyes, in his mouth, just open. And then you get Duke McQueen, you get fucking dinosaurs, you get all the characters from you know, Jupiter's Legacy in here, the ambassadors, everything, dude, is just fucking
you got
crazy, dude.
Superior down it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then like I love this moment of Wesley like blowing a hole
And
in
Hit
Hit
Girl's
Girl's head,
head,
but because of the time travel,
there's two of them. I love this too, because like Wesley thinks he took her out, right? And it's so quick that you're almost like, okay, well, Mark fucking he basically reversed everything by coming back in time, so everybody maybe will make it out. And then immediately I'm like, oh fuck, but he's gonna kill Hit Girl. And then as Wesley's like beating the crap out of you know, Bobby Griffin, and like, you know, I used to be soft like you old school heroes, but they burned that shit out of me, and now I've conquered all my fears. And he's finally gonna do what his old man couldn't do.
yeah.
And then boom, she repays the favor. Hit Girl fucking comes back and blows
I
him. The
love
way
what she says too. Like,
the skin.
yes,
Oh my
dude.
god, you're still a fucking pussy.
Yeah, dude. What a great line, dude. Like,
Yeah.
very much in character for her, you know?
Mm-hmm. And now everything is going the hero's way, dude. And they're gonna finally take out the fraternity. We're gonna be left with this world of heroes, you know. Diablo's a sorcerer is gonna get taken out. I love this moment between Duke and Krish is his name. He's like, look at the size of you, because like he's grown, like the years have
Yeah,
passed.
he hasn't seen him in like 15 years or something like that, you know?
Yeah. And what are they gonna do with all these villains? And the heroes from Jupiter's Legacy are like, we can take care of them back in our dimension. We've been dealing with this shit
Yeah.
for years. I love this moment too, where he's like, I'm just glad we could help you out for a change, because Duke McQueen had saved their world once and he got brought back again. That's another great story. If you guys haven't read that, check it out. We have a video on the channel going through it. Such a good comic. And now everybody is essentially going to go their ways. And now we get this name's Shark, right? Yeah,
Sharky,
Sharky the
yeah.
bounty hunter is here, and he just like pulls up and he takes Diablo as a sorcerer away. And they were originally coming here to get a couple of bandits who robbed the richest woman in the universe. I'm assuming this is them. because I haven't read that book, so I don't know if they're in that issue or not. Full
Yeah,
disclosure.
I think it's Space Bandits, maybe.
No, I think it's
Oh,
Sharky the
they're in
Bounty
Sharky.
Hunter.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, yeah. And I like how he says, like, collect the bounty, little lady. Diablos disappeared 65 million years ago, but he's
yeah.
still one of the most sought after bad guys in 18 quadrants, like,
hmm And now we get Dr. Crane with Bobby Griffin. She finally is going to get the sense of closure that she's wanted this whole time, and she's gets the offer from Korea to be the ambassador for America. And she's like, no, I'm just going to enjoy my secret identity, but I got a recommendation. And
and this is like this like just it's so perfect, man.
who does she recommend? Of course, Dave Lazuski, dude.
Yeah,
And she's like, I've been monitoring these new heroes for the past few years, and he's never failed to impress. And he wants to be a superhero with all his heart. There's nobody out there who would give it more. And then now he's got a new identity. He's gonna be America. Just so cool, dude. Just so cool to see his arc going all the way back to Kick-Ass and kind of to see where it eventually leads him as an adult.
yeah. Like it's almost like this whole thing has been his origin, man. Like
Yeah.
now we finally arrive at what Dave was destined to do, like with what he started with, all by putting on a wetsuit and going to fight bad guys. I mean, it's great, man. Especially if you've been
Nemesis.
invested with these books and reading them.
Yeah. Nemesis is kind of taken off the board, but he's still alive, and his hit list that he's created has 4,235 people on it, and he wants to murder them. We go 65 million years ago. We kind of wrap that stuff up. And then we visit Bobby. She's a librarian, which again kind of leans into the fact of what Barbara Gordon
Yep.
was. Get Huck, little appearance by Huck, and then we get this fucking glitchy look of whatever happened to Wesley Gibson. He died, but that wasn't the end. He wakes up in the world of Edistria, which is from Reborn, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Where am I? Are you guys fucking gnomes?" Boom, head cut off.
And what was that all about, Bonnie? I don't know, Dad. I just didn't like the look of him. Come
Yeah.
on, Roy boy, let's go get some lunch, dude. Dude, what a great ending, man. Like,
Great ending. And then look at this. This is the whole reading order. These are all the stories that were within this crossover. And there's a lot. There is a lot of collections. I mean, there's 3 volumes of American Jesus, 4 of Kick-Ass, 5 of Jupiter's Legacy, 4 of Magic Order. Hit Girl has 6 volumes. So while some of them are only standalones, there are quite a few series that have multiple volumes, but so good. Definitely highly recommend picking up the collection for Big Game when it comes out. I know I will be. Manny already said he was going to double dip.
yeah, on sale in December, right in time for the holidays.
Yeah, dude. So I hope you guys.
I mean, this is gonna be a book of the year for me. I off the top of my head, like I can't think of a book I had more fun with. One that I really looked forward to reading every time it came out, like where it was like the first book I wanted to read, and when I heard the announcement, when we talked to Mark a few months ago, right before the first issue dropped, like we were already excited about this, and I knew I was gonna like it on some level, but I did not think it was gonna work the way it did. Like it exceeded all my expectations, man. And it's so awesome that a comic can still do that. Like it was better than I thought. I knew it was gonna be good. This thing was fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, look, Mark Millar. Almost every book that he's written, I'm super into, especially like his creator-owned stuff. And I think like leading in with Ambassadors and kind of taking that and jumping in almost immediately into Big Game was a very smart move. I thought it was a fantastic series. I can't say enough good things about this. I think, Mark really knocked it out of the park, and I'm excited to see what he has coming up next. So get out there, pick up the book, hit up your local comic shop, and make sure you check out the other Millarworld stuff we got on the channel. There's a playlist for you guys to check out, and follow, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time a new vid drops. And on that note, I'm out.
See you next time, guys.